It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 Dick, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We're going to get him right now. Okay. How you doing?
Okay, we're going to roll right now into the winner of the 2009 Budweiser Shootout at Daytona. Driver of the number 29 Shell Pennzoil Chevrolet, that's Kevin Harvick. Team owner Richard Childress joined up at the podium right now. This is Kevin's first Budweiser Shootout at Daytona victory. He's appeared in this event 5 times. Kevin, congratulations. Certainly quite an exciting race out there tonight.
Yeah, it was. I told them on the way over here they ought to cancel testing every year if you guys want to see a race like that. That was a lot of built-up race car drivers that were really looking for something to hang out on the edge, and I think everybody got a good show tonight. And just want to thank all my guys. They did a great job, and our car was a little bit tore up before we even got to the 25 lap mark. We fixed it. Then I got stuck behind the 55 when he blew a tire, blew up, whatever happened. Lost the draft, and we came in and put tires on and worked our way back up to the front, and I think that next to last, or the last restart, I guess it would have been, we wound up restarting 4th and just wound up going to the bottom and then back to the middle, and then 11 gave me one final shot there down the back stretch, and we were able to get by the 26.
Richard, you certainly had a lot of success here at this racetrack. Your thoughts about the victory here tonight?
It's got to be one of the most exciting ones for the Budweiser Shootout. It was, like Kevin said, that for the fans, I don't think the price of admission tonight was well worth it, because they seen a great race, and to win any time at Daytona is great. And the way Kevin did it tonight in style, like the 500 a couple of years ago, that's pretty cool.
Take questions now from the audience for Kevin or Richard. Raise your hand. We'll bring you the wireless mic. State your name, affiliation. We'll start right here.
Mark Garrow, Performance Racing Network. Kevin, how sure were you when you split the middle right there that there was enough room actually for a full race car when you went down through the middle there?
At that point, I didn't really care. I knew we had one shot. I told him on the radio, I said, we got one shot to win the race, and that's probably going to be up the middle here. It's not really where I wanted to be, but at that point, we got a good run going into the first corner, and Denny kind of carried up high, and we just kept that momentum, and luckily the car turned, and as soon as I got by Denny, he shot right down, and he gave me a shot in the rear there, and we were able to keep that momentum all the way down the back straightaway.
We'll go with Ed and then over to Bruce.
But the hole wasn't very wide, just for the record.
Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Kevin, Darrell Waltrip said, as you went to Victory Lane, he said that car looks like it's been through Martinsville or something. Number one, would the old car have taken a beating like this and still allowed you to be competitive as this one was at the end? And also, Jamie said that he moved up and he thought that he had left, used little enough room up by the wall that you weren't going to be able to squeeze in there, but you did. Was the confidence that this car will take a beating, was that a factor in you being able to go through that hole, too?
I figured we were coming to the checkered and there wasn't really anything at stake, so we'll just see what happens, and luckily everything worked out. But yeah, I don't think the old car would have stood up to. I mean, we hit the wall pretty good there in the beginning of the race, and it tore the left front fender off and split it at the seam there. With 25 laps to go, and we were able to get that fixed. And this car is it's tough. It's got that foam in the right side, and if you can keep all the fenders, all the tires going in the same direction, and the nose on it, you still got a chance. So I think we hit the wall a couple times. I hit the 16 as he wrecked. So it was an eventful night. We never gave up, though.
Bruce Martin and then David. Go ahead.
Bruce Martin with SI.com. It couldn't have been more than a second after you got past Jamie that the wreck happened. I mean, were you at any point wondering, you talk about nick of time, that was it right there. And also, can you draw any parallels between the way you came up tonight to the way you came up at Daytona 2 years ago?
I think there's a lot of parallels to the way that this race and the 500 shook out. And, I think we were just closer to the front on that last restart. I think we restarted 6th or 7th in the 500, and I think we were 4th tonight. But it all kind of worked out the same way. You know, in the end, we were, you know, on the top and coming off turn 2 with a head of steam, and we were able to clear the pass there. And the only difference was the caution came out this time because it was such a big wreck.
Go David Poole and upstairs.
David Poole, Short Reserve. Kevin, 2 quick questions. One, once you got past once you split the 2 guys, Jamie said he moved up and thought there wasn't going to be enough room for you to get by him on the outside. He was kind of afraid you were going to cut back to the inside. That must not have been a very wide hole either. And 2, do you have an aversion to leading more than like a few hundred yards at this racetrack or something?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I told him earlier. I said, I guess if we're going to win, we got to make it dramatic. So, you know, this is just kind of the way I guess my whole career has been. So we just always seem to get there in the nick of time. But hey, that's part of it, and we were able to pull it off. And I didn't. I mean, I know that the one gap going between Denny and I think it was I don't know who was the other car, but Johnson. Yeah, but I thought the 26. I thought he stayed low. Maybe I was looking backwards when I went by him. I don't know.
Go upstairs for a question. Go ahead.
JR, Yahoo Sports. Kevin, you know, when you lose the draft twice, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, all right, he's done for the night. How did you come back from that to actually win this race? Because quite literally, I thought you were done for the night.
Yeah, I think you know, the first time we just kind of rolled back there because the car was tight with that left front fender off, and just kind of wanted to take a look at the tires and make sure, you know, everything was okay. But the second time, you know, the car we got it back competitive and got it fixed at the brake. We knew we had a brake, so we just kind of, you know, hung out and made sure that we didn't get anything tore up more than we already had. We knew we needed to fix the fenders and the side and everything. But, you know, there when we lost the draft, we were right in the middle of, you know, the first time coming back up through there, and we just had to start over again. But the car was fast. It's been fast since we unloaded it, and, you know, I know I was excited going into the race and thought we had a win, you know, a chance at the win, but it was fun to drive, fun race.
Come back downstairs, Mike Vega, then Mike Harris, and then we'll hear it from Todd Berrier. Go ahead.
Kevin, Mike Vega, Boston Globe. You mentioned the ban on the testing. Were you concerned that, you know, people were going to approach this, and especially with the dilution of the field, you know, to include not just the pole winners, you know, guys that you were more accustomed to seeing in the front and knowing what they're going to do? Were you concerned about, A, the dilution of the field, and B, whether guys were going to use this as like a glorified test session?
Well, it was a glorified test session, to be honest with you. I think every other time we've been in a shootout coming down here, it's been like, man, you gotta get another car ready, and usually, you know, it's your third best car because you save your 2 good cars for the 500. It's a lot of work for the guys getting a third car ready, testing it, doing all the things that you do with it, and then you got to go to Vegas and you got to go to Daytona and you got to do all the testing over the winter. I hope we cancel testing every winter. I hate testing. So I think the enthusiasm, though, I think if you look at the crew guys, they're not beat up from having to run across the country all winter. The drivers are excited to come down here. Everybody is excited to be at the racetrack and smell the fumes of the cars and drive laps. And there's just that added enthusiasm that, you know, it's like everybody got a wake-up call and said, hey, you know, we need to get our stuff together, and we had never not been able to go to the racetrack and not test, and you know, now you get to come to the racetrack, and it's like taking your favorite toy away. It's almost like you got grounded for a few months, and now you get to come out and have fun with it again.
Let's go Mike Harris.
Mike Harris, Maypee over here. For Richard and for Kevin, if you guys would both comment on this. Everybody's been talking about the gloom and doom, the economy, the layoffs, all the bad stuff that's been going on, and you know, it's all been pretty negative. Now we've had a really good race to start the season off. How important was it to have a really good race tonight to get things turned around a little bit, at least, you know, at least in people's minds?
I think it was great. This was a great spectators race. It was just an all-around great evening. I think the 500's about sold out, I was told tonight. You know, we have 75 million race fans out there, and they're going to watch racing if they watch it at home or watch it if they can't come to the race. They're going to be watching it. And the ones that can come, they got to see a great race tonight, and I think they'll see a great 500 also.